Good morning. As the sun rises over cities around the world, a new kind of storm is brewing, not in the skies, but in the digital realm, where the boundaries of safety and responsibility are being tested like never before. Today, January 14th, 2026, marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing fight for digital safety and accountability. Headlines everywhere are flashing urgent updates, as the world's attention turns to a growing crisis in online spaces. A powerful coalition has formed, bringing together women's advocacy groups, tech watchdogs, and passionate activists. United by a common cause, they are raising their voices louder than ever, demanding immediate action from two of the world's most influential tech giants, Apple and Google. Their focus is sharp and unwavering. At the center of their campaign are the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, and its controversial AI chatbot, Grok, both of which have become flashpoints in the debate over online safety. These groups argue that X and Grok are failing to protect their most vulnerable users, especially women and children, from a disturbing surge of harmful, illegal, and abusive content. They warn that the platforms are not just falling short, but actively putting people at risk. By continuing to host these apps, Apple and Google are not merely passive bystanders. According to the coalition, they are enabling the spread of abuse, violating their own community standards, and undermining the trust of millions of users who rely on their platforms for safety. At the heart of the controversy is Grok's generative AI, which has been exploited to create and distribute non-consensual explicit images. These digital violations have caused real-world harm, leaving victims traumatized and raising urgent questions about the limits of AI and the responsibilities of those who deploy it. The coalition's demand is clear and uncompromising: remove X and Grok from app stores immediately and keep them offline until robust user protections can be guaranteed. Their movement is gaining momentum, with protests, petitions, and mounting public pressure. The outcome of this high-stakes standoff could set a powerful precedent for the future of digital governance, shaping how tech companies, governments, and society at large respond to the challenges of online safety in an age of rapidly evolving technology. To understand the controversy that's been making headlines, let's take a closer look at the two platforms at the center of the debate, X and Grok. These platforms are not only shaping online conversations, but also influencing how information spreads and how people interact in the digital age. X, which you might remember as Twitter, is a global social media service that was rebranded after being acquired by tech billionaire Elon Musk. Under Musk's ownership, X has undergone significant changes, especially in its approach to content moderation. Musk has positioned himself as a champion of free speech, rolling back many of the platform's previous restrictions and allowing a wider range of viewpoints, even those considered controversial or offensive by some. Grok, on the other hand, is an artificial intelligence chatbot created by Musk's AI company, xAI. It's fully integrated into X, making it accessible to millions of users. Grok is designed to answer questions, generate text, and even create images, all with minimal filtering or censorship. This means users can ask Grok about almost anything, and it will respond in real time, drawing from a vast pool of online data. What sets Grok apart from other AI chatbots is its bold marketing. It's promoted as being unafraid to tackle sensitive or controversial topics that other AIs might avoid. This willingness to engage with difficult subjects has made Grok both popular and polarizing, and it's now at the center of a growing backlash. Grok's real-time knowledge is powered by X's enormous stream of user-generated content. The chatbot's responses often reflect the tone, culture, and even the biases present on the platform itself, making its outputs a direct product of X's unique online environment. Critics argue that Musk's leadership has created an environment where harmful, misleading, or even dangerous content can be easily created and spread, both by users and by AI tools like Grok. They worry that the lack of strong moderation opens the door to abuse, harassment, and misinformation. The combination of X's permissive moderation policies and Grok's powerful, minimally filtered AI capabilities has, according to many observers, created a perfect storm for potential misuse and abuse on a massive scale. Advocacy groups and digital safety experts see this as a systemic issue, one that goes beyond just two apps. They argue it's a reflection of deeper problems in how technology companies balance innovation, user safety, and social responsibility in today's rapidly evolving digital landscape. The coalition's main accusation: X and Grok are generating and distributing illegal, abusive content, especially non-consensual, sexually explicit images of women and children. Grok's AI allows users to create new, hyper-realistic images, turning ordinary photos into explicit material without consent. This isn't just offensive, it's illegal in many places and violates App Store policies. Apple and Google, known for strict developer guidelines, are accused of ignoring these violations for a high-profile app. The ease with which Grok can be manipulated exposes a failure in AI safety protocols. This has fostered a culture of misogyny and objectification, making X unsafe for women and girls. By keeping X and Grok available, Apple and Google are seen as complicit in enabling digital abuse. Ultraviolet, a leading feminist group, is at the forefront of this campaign. Jenna Sherman, Ultraviolet's campaign director, accuses Apple and Google of enabling sexual abuse through their app stores. The coalition includes the National Organization for Women, Move On, Parents Together Action, and the American Federation of Teachers, which recently quit X over Grok's indecent images. This broad alliance shows the issue extends beyond women's rights. It's about societal safety and corporate accountability. Parents Together Action highlights the fear parents feel about AI-generated indecent images of minors. The coalition's unified demand: prioritize the safety of women and children over tech profits and free speech absolutism. Their collective influence is mounting public pressure on Apple and Google. The message is clear: a line has been crossed and action is overdue. The advocacy group's demands are rooted in real, disturbing incidents. In early 2026, users exploited Grok's weak filters to generate and share explicit, AI-created images, often targeting women, public figures, and private citizens alike. Victims have faced humiliation, reputational damage, and deep psychological harm. X's response was minimal. It stopped Grok-generated images from appearing on public timelines, but the tool remained fully functional in private messages. A Reuters test confirmed Grok could still create explicit images on demand. Advocacy groups see X's actions as superficial PR, not real solutions. The ability to create non-consensual images persists, fueling harassment and blackmail. The American Federation of Teachers' departure from X highlights the loss of trust. Minor tweaks aren't enough to restore confidence or protect users. The controversy has sparked global action, not just debate. Malaysia and Indonesia swiftly banned Grok, citing the app's ability to generate pornographic content as a threat to public morality and safety. These bans send a strong message to Silicon Valley: reckless innovation won't be tolerated when it endangers citizens. The bans contrast sharply with slower regulatory responses in the US. Losing access to massive markets like Indonesia is a significant blow to X and XAI. If more countries follow, Grok's global future is at risk. Financial pressure from international bans may force change faster than public outcry alone. The world is watching, and many governments aren't waiting for tech companies to self-regulate. In Europe and the UK, authorities are launching investigations rather than outright bans. The EU's Digital Services Act and the UK's Online Safety Act give regulators power to hold X accountable for illegal and harmful content. European regulators are formally investigating X's compliance, focusing on Grok's design and safety measures. If found in breach, X could face massive fines, up to 6% of global turnover. UK officials are demanding answers from X's management about how Grok's dangerous features were released. This regulatory pressure forces X to justify its actions and comply with the law. Europe's approach could become a model for other democracies seeking to rein in big tech. The companies at the center of this crisis have largely remained silent. X offered no substantive response to the open letter, continuing its pattern of disengagement with critics. XAI, Grok's parent company, dismissed concerns with a terse legacy media lies, refusing to address the real harm. Apple and Google have also stayed silent, failing to explain why X and Grok remain in their app stores despite clear policy violations. This silence is seen as tacit approval, allowing abuse to persist. The lack of accountability from all four companies leaves users, especially women and children, vulnerable. Advocacy groups argue this proves tech giants can't be trusted to self-regulate. Only public pressure and government action seem capable of forcing real change. This isn't just about one app or even a single piece of AI technology. This is about the very foundation of how we interact, connect, and express ourselves in the digital age. Every day, billions of people rely on digital platforms to work, learn, and stay in touch with loved ones. The choices we make now will echo far beyond today's headlines. It's a battle for the future of our digital public square, a space that should belong to everyone, not just the most powerful or the loudest voices. The rules we set here will determine who feels safe, who gets heard, and who is left out. Women's groups and advocates warn that tools enabling non-consensual explicit images aren't about free speech. They're weapons of abuse, intimidation, and control. For many, these technologies turn the promise of connection into a source of fear. The erosion of safety for one group threatens everyone. When one community is targeted, it sets a precedent that no one is truly protected. Digital harm doesn't stay contained. It spreads, affecting families, workplaces, and entire communities. These technologies, if left unchecked, can be turned against anyone, regardless of age, gender, or background. The risks are real, and the consequences can be devastating. Apple and Google's silence in the face of these challenges raises urgent questions about their unchecked power as digital gatekeepers. Their decisions shape what's possible and what's permissible online. If they won't enforce their own rules or respond to public outcry, what message does that send to the rest of the industry? It signals that the powerful can ignore standards meant to protect all users, and that accountability is optional for those at the top. This is a moment of reckoning, a turning point where society must decide what kind of digital world we want to build and inhabit. Will we demand technology that prioritizes safety, dignity, and accountability for everyone, or will we allow convenience and profit to outweigh our values? The demands of these groups are more than just complaints. They're a call to action, urging us to build a safer, more equitable digital future, where everyone's rights are respected. The outcome of this fight will shape the digital world for generations to come, influencing how we live, work, and connect in ways we can only begin to imagine.